Hey, hello, I'm Trial. Welcome to our latest episode of Talk. Wow, seems a long time. I just record the last episode of Talk. I think it's almost like almost 2.5 months. I think so. Yeah. So long time no see. And I'm in Taiwan now and just preparing for Chinese Lunar Year. And I have a vacation for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah, I have not celebrated the Chinese Lunar Year for the past 3 years. Yeah, and I think the last time I just celebrated the Lunar Year is 2020. Yeah, and next 3 years I was staying in US, so I didn't celebrate it. Yeah, so in 2021, yeah, I still in NJIT, and 2022 and 2022, I just graduated and I just preparing for my project and waiting for the PhD results. And last year I just preparing for coming back to Taiwan. Yeah, because because I came to Taiwan. I think it's after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, then 2 weeks to the Chinese Lunar Year. Yeah, and it just reminds me, because today is February 7th. I was come back from US on February, I think 13th, 2023. It's almost 1 year. Wow. I just left the US is for almost 1 year, and this year I just translate my translated my maybe work or life. Yeah, it's a very huge changes, because from last year in February last year, I just stay at home and just find a new job, like almost 2.5 months, and it is very fortunately I went to the Shenzhen for my new jobs, and I went to Shenzhen since I think it's middle of June, and and just work for a new job until now. I think it's almost 7.5 years. Yeah, it's just very yeah, it is very grateful for letting me to have a new life and new jobs. Yeah, it's very thanks for everyone who had assisted me in my very difficult time. Yeah. So, and then I went to Shenzhen, and I just came back, and I just came back for Taiwan for several times. Like the first time after I went to Shenzhen, and the first time I came back from Shenzhen to Taiwan, I think is in September. Yeah, September, and I think it's around Moon Festival, right? Yeah, it's a Moon Festival, and at that time Let me think about it. What I was doing. Uh, oh, I went to the. Oh, I went to Taichung and watched a baseball game. Yeah, the Brothers versus Rakutens, and Brothers wins the game, and it is a very good. It was a very good game. Yeah, I think it's 6-5. If I remember, I think it's 6-5. Brothers got 6 and Rakuten got 5. And the next day, I just went to Taichung train station. Went to several places around Taichung train station. Yeah, and I went and then I went back. Yeah. At that time, I just came back around 1 week. Around 1 week. And then when I came back to Shenzhen and 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 the com and China has a holiday at the beginning of the October. Yeah. What is the Oh, it's China National Day. Yeah, so in the first week of October, they have a China National Day. So of course we have another vacation. So I just went back to my dorm room and just have a rest for almost 1 week, and then I'm back to work. So I think in that week, I just went to several places. I think I just mentioned in in last 2 episodes of Talk, I said I went to Macau and I go hiking. Yeah. Yeah. I still want to say that. I still want to say that again because Macau is a very special city. Yeah, because they have Chinese and Portuguese culture. It's just mixed by Chinese and Portuguese culture. It's very special, and I love the places. I think it's not so far as I imagine, because you can take the ship to Macau. I think is from Shenzhen to Macau. I think is around 1 hour. I think not so far. Yeah, and I think on that day, because I just went to Macau for a whole day. Like I went there, I think on 1 p.m. and left Macau. I think it's 6 p.m. something like that, and that's ridiculous. And there's a thing is very ridiculous because when I buy the return ticket from Macau to Shenzhen, yeah, and when I buy it, I think, there's 4 tickets. There's 4 remaining tickets. Yeah, let's buy it. And when I just pay the bill, and he just showed me, the tickets were sold out. Wow. And that's very embarrassing. So on that day, I just buy the return ticket from Macau to Hong Kong, and take the train from Hong Kong to Shenzhen. And this is my first time to take the ship to Hong Kong. and after I arrived the Hong Kong harbor to the West Kowloon station, it is only 1 hour, because because I only have 1 hour of time because the the last train from West Kowloon to Shenzhen, it, because that is the last station from Hong Kong to Shenzhen. So I don't know, and more surprise, and there is another risk thing, because I just booked the train from Hong Kong to Shenzhen. Actually when I just booked the ticket, it's just a reserved ticket. That means if there's somebody uh, they didn't want it, and and I, and then I then I can then I I will get a chance to take that train. Yeah, that means if somebody didn't return a ticket, yeah, maybe I will stuck in Hong Kong. Wow, that's very risky. But I still, but I still arrive, but I still come back to my dorm room. Yeah, that is very lucky. And in November, I went to the Guangzhou twice, and I just attend a wedding, and I just and I just and I went around to several places. Yeah, compared to Shenzhen, uh, Guangzhou is a Guangzhou is a more cultural cultural city. Yeah, because Shenzhen is technical city. It has become the third largest city in China. Yeah, it is very surprised me. Wow, Shenzhen is very big enough. Yeah, because in my imagination, Shenzhen is just like the second large scale city, but actually it's not. It's not only the first large scale city. Yeah, it also become the third largest cities in China. Yeah, because the first two is Shanghai and Beijing. But there is another fact. It's very funny. Uh, the GDP per person. Shenzhen has the highest GDP per person. I think it's around like how much? Oh, I think it's 1.2 or to 1.3 million new Taiwan dollars. Oh, that's very high. It is highest in the whole China, including Taiwan. Uh, for whole China and Taiwan. Yeah, and you know because because I just as I know the G, the GDP per person in Taiwan I think is around uh, is 90 something almost to 100, but uh, uh no, it's almost 1 million. In Shenzhen is 1.2 something or 1.3. Yeah, so 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 I know why there's I know what I finally understand why Shenzhen have very very more rich people. That's very crazy. So this is my first time I came back from Shenzhen to Taiwan, and my second time I came back from Shenzhen to Taiwan is Christmas vacation and the New Year. Yeah, I came back Shenzhen The date I came back to Taiwan is Christmas Eve. Yeah, and I just came back to Taiwan for a whole week. And because for the past 3 years, for the past 3 years, uh, there is a Christmas vacation in the U.S. So I was very uh, I just got used to have the vacation during that time. So if I can, and I will have a vacation that week, and I did it. So so in that week I think I was very busy. I didn't have enough rest on that week. So because because first of all, I just went to the Kaohsiung for 2 days, and 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 no and I not only just visited a lot of places, and I I found some people I want to very appreciate to them. The first one is my uh, college professor. Yeah, because he helped me a lot at that time. Like around around I think around 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I just prepared for my master's degree in U.S. and he is the first one to support me and assist me and support me and write the recommend letter for me, because a lot of professors they just reject to assist me to write the reject me to write a recommend letter, because my bachelor's GPA was too low. So because they will like protect their reputation. So they did not want to uh, have the risk to write a recommendation for me. So this is I think this is the Taiwan's academical environment. Yeah, this is very different in U.S. because in the U.S. Professors write the recommendation for students for applying for higher education systems or institutions, because that is their duty. Yeah, so I think most of them they will write. Most of them they will write the the recommend letter, and or they just set a standard. Yeah, a very basic standard. Like the student should take the course from a professor and got a grade like B grade or B plus graded, something like that. And this is very easy to touch the standard. Yeah. So that is very different. But although the professor in U.S. uh, to writes the a recommendation was their duty, but the content, but the content, I think it's not, but the content is not always positively, and and actually, at most of time, they will they will write their like actual situation. For example, like these students just take my two courses and got the two and I got two B's, like something like that, and and a committee from the education institution, they will see this recommender, and they will maybe they will got a negative information for them. Yeah, but in Taiwan, if a professor writes the recommendation for a student, that means the student is very very outstanding, and it, and he have a very good performance, and they got a very high grade. Yeah, the professor only write a recommendation for that kind of students, and there's a common students like me. Yeah, so just like so the professor didn't want to write a recommendation later for me, because that is a very huge risk for that for their academic reputation. But but that professor, the professor I came to visit, he's the first person to agree to write a recommendation for me. So that it's just a very huge support. It's just very huge support for me. So I'm very appreciative for him. And and another fact, another fact. Uh, Actually, the another professor, he finally agreed to write a recommendation. It's just because the first professor, the first professor, he wants to he support me to write recommendation. Yeah. So the first professor, he was he was the he was the chairman in the department. Yeah. So I think I think the second professor, he just heard, oh, the chairman just wrote the recommendation for me. Oh, okay, I wrote it, something like that. Yeah, and so I just very appreciate and very thankful for him, and I just went to his office, and we just chatting for almost 1 hour. Yeah, because like everything everything has a huge difference in in the last 4 to 5 years. Because like my and we just and we can I just share about my American life and my current life in Shenzhen, and and I can share a lot. And I can share a lot. Yeah. So that's a good time. Yeah. And the second day, I just visit. Yeah, you can say a friend. You can. Uh, the second day, I just visit my friends in the. I just know them in the U.S. We just met them in the church, and also he just helped me a lot when I was in U.S. Like So and he just came back to Taiwan since last year. Yeah, and they live in Kaohsiung. So I just take this chance to visit them. Oh, they're a couple. So and we also have a good lunch. And I went to visit the several places in Kaohsiung, and Kaohsiung actually is a good place to visit. Yeah. So and also uh, for my second vacation in Taiwan, uh, second vacation in Taiwan, and I went to Kaohsiung for 2 days, and I went to the Taipei. I went to Taipei for a whole 1 day, and and I do I went to the and I do the I did several things. The first one, I just bought some German textbooks because my goal this year is to take the German test. Yeah, and I will share my New Year's goal later. Okay. And the second thing I just watched the Taipei Dome. Yeah. Uh, actually I only watch because because I uh because it didn't because it cannot because it couldn't come into the dome because there's like some shops didn't finish, because although you can you can have a baseball game in November, but I think the surrounding shops or something didn't finish, so it's still in construction. And next, I just went to Banqiao uh, to see the to see oh Christmas City. So Banqiao Christmas City, I think that's I don't know, but I think it's not large as my imagination. Yeah, and also there's a stereotype in Banqiao Christmas City is there is a lot of couple to visit there. Yeah, actually there is some couple in there is some couple there, and but there is more like a whole family to visit them, like parents take their children's or elders take their children's, like they just visit there and have a good family time there. Yeah. So and also I just went also for the next day I went to Yeliu with my family. Yeah, and I went to Yellow for a visit, and I just and we just visit around all the north coast and north coast to Danshui, and 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 come back home from Danshui to my home. Yeah, that was a good time because I think this kind of trip, we did it. I think it's around like 17 years ago or 16 years ago. I think 17 years ago. or 18 years ago. I think it's 2006. Yeah, when I was in elementary school. So I think that was a good memory. Because for a whole family to like take a trip together. And also in in that week, I just mm, I just have some just have some uh, reunion with some of my friends. So oh, it's just very tired and very exhausted for that time to Taiwan. I didn't rest enough. And when I come back on January 2nd, I'm just very tired. And the third time I came back from Shenzhen to Taiwan uh, is the Taiwan's presidential election. And so because originally I didn't have this plan to like for elect come back to Taiwan to elect, but my company encourage the Taiwan employee like me to come back to Taiwan for voting our next president. So I just went to Taiwan like for a weekend, like 3 days, for a short 3 days, and then I'm back to Shenzhen, and this is my fourth time. And to celebrate the Chinese Lunar Year, yeah. Although there's nothing special, but it is almost 4 years. It is almost like 3 years I haven't celebrated the Chinese Lunar Year. So I think it will be a very special experience in this year. Yeah. Okay. And so this is my new life in Shenzhen, and the fourth time I came back to Taiwan. And the next thing I want to share about is my new goal in 2024. This year, I have three main goals in this year. So the first goal is I want to attend the half marathon. Yeah, because uh, because uh, because I like I started jogging since last year, and like I want to maintain the the exercise habit. So I start jogging, and I just want to try to keep the distance long. Yeah, and I want to see where is the limited for my running distance. So, and also I'm very curious that how was the feeling to like run a whole marathon, like 42.195 kilometers. Wow, that's a long distance. And so I want to like and I want to experience for that, and I want to know, I want to understand what's the feeling to run a whole marathon. So I've tried to keep my running, keep the distance longer and longer, and you know, uh, there's a thing is very, I think it's very fortunately, because there's a bank along the riverside. It's very long. I think it's almost like 30 kilometers. Like, so it's just near my dorm room in Shenzhen. So so I have a so I have a chance to run a long distance, and without the repeat, with the different views. Yeah. And so if I have a chance, and I just ran I just ran along the riverside, and like for last year, at the end of last year, before I came back to Taiwan, I tried my first time for running 21 kilometers, which is the half distance of marathon. And and finally I ran for like 15 kilometers, 16 kilometers, and the last 5 kilometers I just walk back because because my leg is very hurt. I couldn't run anymore. But even though I walked, even though I just walked, and I still very hurt. My leg was still very hurt, and I think I just walked for like over 1 hour to walk this like 6 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and I just feel very miserable. So for the first marathon, I think that I spent around 3 hours and I think almost 20 minutes, which is almost 200 minutes. So in this year, I want to give a challenge for myself. Is that I want to keep training, keep training for my running, and I hope I can attend a half marathon contest in the end of this year. So in this year, I will try to like enhance my leg strength, and just keep practicing for my running, and like just keep accumulate my like running distance, and storage my energy, yeah, to prepare the half marathon. Yeah, that will be a very cool experience, I hope. Yeah, this is my first goal, and the second goal I just mentioned in a few minutes ago. That is, I want to take the German test. Yeah. So because I was taking a because I have learned German. I had learned German since I was high school, and 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 after graduating from high school, I just want to try to like keep learning German, but because for many reasons, yeah, because for some reasons, uh, I always just like study a little bit and I just put it away. So so in this year, although I just have this like I just have these thoughts, but I didn't put it to practice. So in this year, I want to give myself a goal. It's just to take the German test. So the German test is called the German test is held by the institution called Culture Institute. Yeah, Culture Institute Taipei. So and uh, and 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 I will take like Art or Bay 1 level uh, based on my progress for my preparation. Yeah. So 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 the so just like to explain. Yeah, because for a language level, yes, it has 6 levels for learning a language, which was like which was from the like European certificate for language for something. I forgot it. Uh, so 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 there are 6 levels, and A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. So the A level was a basic level like A1 and A2, and the B level is intermediate level B1 and B2, and the C level is advanced C1 and C2. So like so the C2 is the highest, and C2 level is native speaker. It's native speaker level, which is C2. Yeah, and C1 actually is very fluent. Yeah, C1 is very fluent for non-native speakers. Yeah, and in my high school, my German level is almost at that time. My German level is almost to A2. Yeah, so if you studied in my high school, yeah, you can learn. I think it's almost very close to A2. So for this time, I want to prepare for my German test for B2, A2. Sorry, A2 or B1. Yeah, just give me some challenge. Yeah, So this is my my second goal for for this year. Yeah, and tell you another thing. A2 in German is called A2, and B1 in German is called B1. Eins means one, zwei means two. Okay, so uh, my third goal is to do the project, to finish the project with my professor. Yeah, because when I before I came to Taiwan, uh, I have like two remain projects with my professors, and I didn't finish. The first one is the master project, but my professor he wants me to make my project more finish more completely, and more completely if I have a chance we and just talk, and and if I have a chance to put the academic paper. And the second one is my remain research with my professor. So for this year, I just want to. So there's two projects I didn't finish, but in this year, I want to finish at this one. So I want to finish my master project more completely, and there's another story. So on the Thanksgiving Day last year, I just wrote a letter to my professor, and just tell him I got a new job, and everything is on track, and I have interest to finish my project. And the professor, he answered me that he is very happy to listen. I want to finish the project, but I didn't have time in this year because he's very busy. He has new students, and he has another project with some of institutions. So, but I have needed. He still can have. He can still have several meetings with me. So that means maybe I cannot just return to before, we can have a regular meeting every 1 to 2 weeks, but if I have some challenges or some difficulties, or I have some significant progress, and I still can ask for advice from him. So my another goal is about this. My goal is to finish my part of this project. Yeah, and I still very want to put it to the academic paper. Yeah, if I have a chance. But there's another thing. But there's another thing, and it cannot decide. It cannot be decided for me. So okay, so this is my new goal. My main 3 goals in this year, and of course, these 3 goals just these 3 goals just these three goals just like in my, like I must have a like a these three goals will be finished, and it will not affect my work. Yeah, yeah. My work is more. I think. I think. I think the work is the most important thing. Yeah, yeah. Because finish my personal goal is, although it is very important, but they cannot if affect my work. So so this is the most important thing. Yeah. Okay. So let me share something. Let me share some my blog post. Yeah, just talk about my blog. Yeah, it is very hard to manage my blogs and my official websites. Yeah, because I don't know why I cannot use my computer version during these days. So I just put my articles put my article put my articles into my cell phone, and just copy the words into my blogs app. Yeah, but I'm still very lucky. I'm still very lucky. I still can like manage my blog for this half a year. Okay, so the most recent thing, the most uh, so let me talk about my sports corner. So the most important thing is the NBA All Star. Is the NBA All Star, and I think this time predict. I think my roster is very similar to the final results. So in the uh, Western Conference for starter, I just got Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Nikola Jokic. So there's the only difference is SGA replaced the Stephen Curry. But I think, yeah, because I was very hesitate between them, who will put the starter. But I always believe Stephen Curry has more. I finally choose Stephen Curry just because Stephen Curry is very more famous than SGA. So this is why I finally choose Stephen Curry for my starter. But finally the SGA will become a starter, and Stephen Curry went to reserves. And for my reserves, the reserve players will be Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, SGA, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Devin Booker, and Anthony Davis. Yeah. Besides SGA replaced Stephen Curry for two starters, there is only one difference is the I think it's De'Aaron Fox to Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah. Yeah, because you know I just choose, because for a last decision, like I just want to choose two from Devin Booker, De'Aaron Fox, and Karl Anthony Towns. But finally, I choose Devin Booker and De'Aaron Fox, just because uh, currently the Kings is in, I think, in top six in Western Conference. So I think it should be one into the All Star game, like Sabonis or Fox, to choose one. But I think the Fox is the current leader in the team, so I choose De'Aaron Fox. And also, Anthony Edwards is in the All Star. For the All Star, the Timberwolves. So this is why I didn't choose Karl Anthony Towns. I choose De'Aaron Fox. And the others are the same. Yeah. Same as my prediction. And for my Eastern Conference, yeah, the starters are the same. Like Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid. And for my reserve players, there is only one difference as my prediction. So for my prediction, the reserves for my Eastern Conference is Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo. And Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson will be the first time in the All-Star game. And the only one different is Jimmy Butler. Finally, they choose Pablo Banchero. Well, that was out of my expectation. And recently, the Joel Embiid and Julius Randle got injured. They will not join the All-Star game. So there is another two to reserve the All-Star, which are Trae Young and Scottie Barnes. Yeah, Trae Young is in the expectation because he's the largest, like, because he is largest he's the largest knob. He is the largest knob in this All-Star game because he got 27 points and 10 assists. Yeah. And another one is Scottie Barnes. Wow. I don't know. Jimmy Butler should in the All-Star game. But I don't know. Like NBA didn't like him. I think in the whole career, NBA didn't like Jimmy Butler. Because like NBA likes to like raise some new stars, and maybe some of them got success, but some of them like get failure. But Jimmy Butler it's not always, NBA didn't give any gaze to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is always use the way to like make the fans to watch him. Like last year he just lead the team to the NBA Finals as the 8th seeds in the NBA in the Eastern Conference. That is very impressive. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I understand Pablo Banchero and Scotty Barnes. They are very, uh, they are the rising stars in the NBA. But I think uh, two of one. I think two of one uh, should be replaced by Jimmy Butler. Yeah, and I will prefer Scotty Barnes. Yeah, and that's very. Also, let me share a last thing. Yeah, because the Bucks just fired their coach, but their new coach is Doc Rivers. That's very ridiculous. That's very funny. Because because the head coach was fired. The reason the head coach was fired just because uh, he cannot have a good connection with Giannis and Damian Lillard, and they have some argue. So even though the standings is not bad, but he still got fired. But I think Doc Rivers, I think he will do better. I think in I think building connection. I think Doc Rivers. I think he can do a better connection with Giannis and Damian Lillard. But if he wants to like lead the Bucks to the higher performance in regular season or in the playoffs, yeah, I don't think so. So, and there's another funny things, and the 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 Eastern coach of the All Star game will be Doc Rivers because he's the second seed in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, because the first seed is Celtics, if I didn't forget. But the head coach, the, the head coach of Celtics, he just became the All Star coach last year, so he cannot coach for this year. So it become a very very interesting. Yeah, and for the Western All Star coach is the is Finch. I think his name called Finch from Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, Timberwolves. I think Timberwolves did a very good job in this year, and although it just surpassed by Clippers in these 2 days, but I think it's almost like a half a season. They're still in the top. They're still in the top of the league. It is not a very easy thing, because they just got a Rudy Gobert last year, and they didn't play very well. But in this year, like they just built a very like good. They just built a very good their like defense systems, something like that, and they just have a good chemical in the game. Yeah, it did a very good job. So okay, so the NBA All Star game, I think, is in this weekend or next weekend. Let me check. I think it's in this weekend. And when? When is the All-Star? Oh, February 19th. So, 2 weeks later. Okay. So it will be 2 weeks after 2 weeks. Okay. February 18th. February 18th. So okay. Okay. Let's 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 see about it. Okay. So this is the latest. So this is my this is for my talk. And see you next time. And happy Lunar Year. Bye bye.